Hi guys, I wanted to come in here and do a general reading for the sign of Capricorn. I am doing a kind of an extended type of a reading. I'm going to be pulling from a bunch of different decks. It's going to be a little bit of a different reading. I usually do a 10 card spread depending on what comes out. But this time I'm going to try to do a you versus them type of a reading. So on one side it'll be you, on the other side it'll be the person that you're dealing with, and then I'll give you a little bit of a clearer picture of what your current situation is. And this is going to be for the I'm doing this reading in the middle of April, but this is going to be timeless. So whenever you see this reading is when you're supposed to get this message. Okay, Cappy? So let's get started. Angels, archangels, spirit guides, holy masters, please come and help me deliver the messages that I need to deliver to the sign of Capricorn. Let the messages be clear. Let the messages be very concise, and they will be messages for the good of everyone involved. Please let me be able to deliver everything that I need to deliver, or as much information as will be helpful to all the Capricorns watching this video. Thank you. Protect us. Keep us safe. Let's get started. Okay, so Capricorn, to open your reading, this is going to be your side and that's going to be theirs. So we're going to have, I'm going to pull I was going to do 6 cards for them, 6 cards for you. Okay, already seeing something very interesting here. And then I'm going to do an outcome and what's crossing, the obstacle that's crossing both of you. I have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. I wanted to put this one here. Okay, I don't know if you could see all the cards. Let me adjust the camera so you could see all of the cards. Okay, so this is their side, this is your side. However, if you feel like it's flipped, feel free to flip it and reverse it, because it could be vice versa. Okay, so to begin, they have Queen of Wands opening the reading, and this is a fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and this is the queen that is definitely here to be seen type of an energy. So if you're not dealing with a fire sign, this could be your energy, and you're taking on the energy of the Queen of Wands, who's very confident, very determined to go after what she wants. She's very decisive. She knows what she is willing to fight for. And when she sets her sights on that, she will continue to fight for them with everything. Very successful queen. She is definitely a very spiritual queen. She's very intuitive. The Queen of Wands kind of has a telepathic ability to be able to connect with people. So if you're not dealing with a fire sign, like I said, this could be you taking on this energy, and you're able to express telepathically or in the 5D messages that you're thinking about at this moment. And it looks like you are heading into a new direction with the Fool card here. This is Aries energy, and this is an energy of someone that's willing to take a leap of faith into something new, something unknown. But you're willing to take this risk because deep in your heart, you know that this risk is going to lead you to something that's a lot more satisfying than your current situation is. So you're willing to take this leap of faith into the unknown, basically, because you believe in it very wholeheartedly. Then you have the Death card, which is Scorpio energy. And this is the energy of, either a cycle that is ending, a relationship, a job, anything that has come to a close in its cycle is going to be closing out for you. It's going to be ending. Very seldom does the Death card represent an actual death. However, it could be telling you that could be somebody in your life that might be, exiting. but it also represents a rebirth, a death of something, or a cycle, or a pattern, or even a lifestyle that you knew. This is the end of it. It's the rebirth, the new beginning of something. So while the death card can seem very ominous, it's actually a very good card to get because it signifies a new beginning of something, a new chapter. Then you have the Ten of Swords. The Death card or the Ten of Swords definitely does indicate to me the ending of something that caused you a lot of pain and a lot of heartache. This is also air energy, so Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And this is an energy of being betrayed by many people, not just one person, or being betrayed many times by one person. But it could also mean just different disappointments in life, childhood trauma, adult trauma, relationship trauma, even like betrayals at work, things like that. So the Ten of Wands can mean so many different things to many different of you. But this is definitely a sign that that this chapter of this disappointment and hurt and heartache is definitely coming into an end, because tens are completion. It's like you're done with that. You're done with anything that wasn't going to give you satisfaction and that wasn't going to bring you happiness. That's the end of the misery, the disappointment, the heartache, all of the betrayal. That's the end of that. Okay, with the Ten of Swords. It's really good to see it. Not the best card, but definitely seeing it shows that you are done with accepting betrayal as a norm. Okay. You have the Four of Wands in the reverse. So this could mean that you are definitely ending a relationship, because the Four of Wands can signify marriage. It can mean, happy home and all of that. But in the reverse, this is basically not having this happy ending, or not having this energy right now at this moment of a happy situation in a household. So I don't know if there's bickering, if there's some disagreements, if there's definitely an energy of disharmony in your environment, in your home environment. But you have the Magician. This is you or the other person, whichever one. Take it however it fits. But the Magician is a beautiful energy. Is Virgo. It's also Leo. It actually could be any sign, because the Magician basically has all of the elements. But the Magician is someone that is putting all of their energy into manifesting a better life than they've ever known. When you are in a Magician energy, it's a very important time for you to make sure that you're thinking only in the positive, that you're only putting good stuff out into the world with your thoughts, because you're basically sending out messages of manifestation. So whatever you think about, you're going to attract it, and you want to make sure that your chatter within yourself, within your head, and when you're meditating and all of that, is a very positive chatter, that you don't allow negativity to come into your mind, because the Magician being around this energy is a very powerful time to manifest. So you want to manifest, the job that you want, the person that you want with you, the people that you want around you, the circumstances, the relationships, all of that is the time to put into thinking about what it is that you want. Don't focus on anything negative. A lot of times when we say, well, I don't want someone that's mean, I don't want someone that's a cheater, but you're still saying I don't want it, but then they don't hear the universe or whatever you're manifesting. It doesn't hear the don't, it just hears the I want a whatever. They don't hear don't. So think of it as, I want a faithful person, I want a good person, I want a happy person, I want to have a great job, I want to have all of the wonderful opportunities that bring me money. I want all the things that you want. Speak it in the positive sense. Speak it in a sense that you're not allowing any negativity to attach itself to you, not even in the way that you're asking it. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense, but just basically try to stay as positive as you can. There's a book by from Hay House by Louise L. Hay. It's called You Can Heal Your Life. That book really changed my mind in the way that I allow myself to talk to myself whenever I'm like having my affirmations and I'm writing down things that I want to write down for myself. That book really helped me change the the way that I was writing my own narrative, the way that I was talking to myself in my self-talk, you know. It helped me to get rid of that aspect of negativity so that when I was attracting things to my life, it was what I wanted, not what I didn't want. I know that was a long roundabout way of saying it, but it is simple. I just, you know, to explain it, it doesn't seem simple, but it really is simple. Instead of saying, I don't want this, say, I want that, and focus on what it is that you do want, basically. So on your side of your reading, I find it really interesting that you have the King of Wands, or that they have the King of Wands, if this is their side. Okay, so this side has the Queen, this side has the King, and that's really interesting. They also, or you have the World, and the World is a finishing, a finality, a period at the end of a sentence type of a card. The World is ending of a cycle. It's the end of this cycle to begin a new one. The World can also talk about you having an opportunity to travel. Maybe after this whole ban is done and we're able to go back out, you're able to, you know, travel and, you know, go on a vacation, or, you know, things like that, that you're kind of like wishing and hoping for right now, because you're manifesting and you're in this energy. You could be manifesting a vacation, some type of a trip. Okay. So be aware of that and be ready for that, because that's awesome. Then you have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands being here is a very significant thing, because this talks about a counterpart. This is your counterpart. Again, fire energy. So if you don't have fire in your chart, you could probably be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. But the way that these two are, they're like the power couple. They are going to be here to make sure that everybody knows that they're good, they're powerful, they're in love. People are going to look at them as the epitome of, you know, the power couple, the epitome of two people that are in love, because they not only have it all together, they not only know how to go after what they want, but they're going to love each other. And the passion in between these two is crazy. So that's a good thing to see. You guys both have, opening your reading, that you have this counterpart. You know, he's putting himself towards her, right? I love the analogy on these cards, but listen. So he's putting his staff, or his, you know, it's very representative of the male phallic, but he's handing it to her. Like, he's like, I'm yours, you're mine. And she's like, yep, and I'm going to take it. Her hand is extended, kind of like she's going to, you know, receive it. They're both facing one another, and she's determined to be here for him. And he is, you know, he's like, I got you, girl, you know. I love these cards, the way that they complement one another. So if you're not dealing with a fire sign, that's the energy that you and your person are taking. So a very passionate and, you know, engage or connection with the person that you're dealing with. It could be any sign, but definitely could be Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. Then after that, you have the Nine of Swords. So it could show me that either you or your person are having trouble sleeping at night, trouble resting, worrying, a lot of anxiety, which is understandable. But you have to be really careful with this energy, because it can lead to some type of an illness, and it can lead into, you know, you having a lot of like high blood pressure or stress like that, because it's not a good energy to be, or like constantly worried about, or they're constantly worried about money or bills or people or circumstances or all kinds of things. Like, you're completely in your head about everything that can go wrong, and you want to, if this is you or your person, you want to get out of this situation. You are a cross watcher. You want to stop worrying about everything that could go wrong, because then you start to create disease and disharmony. And the Star card in the reverse can mean just that, you know, getting a little bit too stressed out, and then you end up a little bit sick. So be really careful with that. Be very mindful to like take breaks and meditate and go, even if it's to your backyard to get some vitamin D, get some sun. Just get out and kind of reposition yourself where you're not stuck in one area of the house, or you're not, just doing one thing. It's really important to like give yourself self-care right now and get yourself all the way right and all the way together, so that when you are able to be with this person, or if you are already with this person, that you guys are in the best energy exchange as possible. Because the Star card in the reverse, it's like not getting your wish fulfilled, not getting healing energy, not getting that balance into your life. So you feel a little bit discombobulated. Okay. So that could be you and them. It's understandable, but you don't want to dwell in this energy. You want to have that energy of healing and happiness and joy and being, fulfilled and being the spotlight. The Star card is a beautiful, beautiful energy. But in the reverse, it could just mean that, you're overwhelmed, or they are, with all of this emotion, all of this worry, and it's manifesting physically, in your body. So then you have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is not working towards something. So this could be just because you're in this phase of not, of worry. You might be worrying about money because you're not working. The Eight of Pentacles signifies not working. So you could be the person that's, gotten laid off, or just work is not, happening for you right now because of not being able to go to work or whatever. And this is ultimately it's creating this stress and this little bit of anxiety and physical ailment. And you do have the Three of Swords. So this is definitely betrayal, disappointments, heartaches. It could be the situation with work, and you're just kind of really in your head about this. So you're not really even thinking about love or anything like that. Because right now your future is a little bit uncertain. The Wheel of Fortune, it's just a lot of uncertainty, not being able to move forward in a positive way. And you have the Chariot card in the reverse, so also a card of not being able to move forward. There's a lot of waiting here, but if you're patient, Capricorn, you have the Sun in the upright, and that's the best card that you could ever get. The Sun is also flyer. It's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and this could just give you that little bit of that hope at the end of all of this stress and this anxiety, that things will work out. Your burdens are almost done. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling your final outcome card and what could be crossing you. So this is for your person. There's the Tower and the Two of Swords. So you have a decision that's pending, or they do, and that's going to be deciding between two paths, two situations, maybe a job, two jobs, different circumstances. But this is definitely going to spark a Tower moment where you're going to, the whole situation, your whole situation is going to change overnight drastically, because a decision has to be made. And once the decision is made, and it seems like you are making it, because it's the Two of Swords in the reverse. Two of Swords is not knowing what to do, but in the reverse, it's like, no, you have that epiphany. The Two of Swords reverts back to the One of Swords, which is clarity. Like clear, you know what to do. The Tower has to come down, because you or this person realize that this is no longer something that you can put off. Okay. Then your energy here, King of Swords in the reverse, and the Five of Cups in the reverse. So the King of Swords in the reverse is you're definitely going to have to be really careful, because you might have to deal with the backlash. Okay, there's going to be backlash here, and you're going to probably encounter someone that's going to be very verbally abusive, and verbally, like sharp, because the decision that you're going to have to make is not going to be something that they want to hear. You also have the Five of Cups in the reverse, which is being able to see things for how they are, and being able to see what is in front of you and what's being offered to you, and knowing what you want in life. Okay, this is where the Two of Swords and the Five of Cups come into play, because the Two of Swords is, getting that epiphany of knowing what exactly you wanted. And the Five of Cups is choosing to not see what was lost, but to focus on what is coming. And what is coming is the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups talks about true love, maybe even soulmate, twin flame energy of husband and wife coming together, finding each other after this Tower moment. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna pull the Lover's Oracle for you, and these little cards are so adorable. They're like little hearts. I'm gonna pull some cards from these, and then we'll keep adding other cards for you, because I wanted to make sure that I give you guys a really good reading this month, or this mid-month. Let's see for Capricorn. For Capricorn, please. I'm sorry, my throat is so dry right now. And let's see what else. I'm going to pull one more. I'm going to pull 3 of these, and I'll just keep... Oh, okay. So more than 3. Okay, we'll just keep that one. And this one, because it's stuck to my finger like glue. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to take a quick sip of my water, guys. Please bear with me. I'm sorry that if you guys hear the sound of me swallowing the water. Okay, so to get back to your reading. So you have 4 Lover's Oracle cards. This is the first one. I'll show you the picture and then I'll read the message on the back. It says, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose for the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So just hold fast, even after that 5 of the King of Swords energy. That's going to be hard. That one's going to be tough. I'm not even going to lie to you. But look at this. Soulmate. Didn't I tell you guys? It's your soulmate. So you got the soulmate card. It says, your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Beautiful. And then don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So be truthful, be clear. It's going to hurt somebody, but you have to believe it. And look at, you have the Magician card here. Okay. This card that you have with this tree here, it's called Manifesting Miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and follow its guidance. You are definitely in a manifesting time in your life. I think that is so beautiful. I just want to reiterate, make sure that you're manifesting what you want. Okay. So I'm going to pull some Kipper. That one wanted to jump out. Let me see. What was the card that wanted to jump out here? Concern. Okay. Let's see what Keeper cards come out for Cappy. Please give me some messages for Cappy. Whoa. Okay. So you have a bunch. Let's see. Do I need to pull all these? Okay. I'm going to pull them. So you got 4. It says high honor. So this one reminds me a lot of a funeral with high honors, and you have the death card here. So I don't know if you know of someone that was in the military or police or anything like that, where they have those, types of funerals. So that's, yeah, I don't know why that popped out, but it's here. So I'll call it for you. Then you also have gift. So you could be receiving some money or a gift from somebody. Sometimes the gift card also talks about a engagement ring. So it could mean that somebody is going to be, proposing to you, to some of you, whoever I'm connecting with. There's so many people that watch these types of videos. If it's not resonating with you, it's not your message. If it's something that can be a possibility for you, sorry to spoil it, you're going to get a ring. There is a false person around you. So that's something to be aware of. Just be mindful of who you trust and who you tell your secrets to, and make sure that you're not doing anything behind anybody's back that you're not supposed to. Make sure that your relationships are always in the up and up, that you are finishing one before starting another, because that can bring a lot of, bad karma to you. You don't want that. Then you have child. So I don't know if you already have children. This could be something having to do with your child. Your child could be, a very determining factor in your decisions. And also it can mean that you might be getting ready to welcome a child into your family, whether it's you or somebody else in your family. They could be having a child. So I'm going to pull some of these Whispers of Nature cards and see what messages come out for you. I'm going to just keep pulling. Let's see, I have so many different decks and I wanted to just use them all for you guys, especially Cappies, because, I'm a Capricorn, you're a Capricorn. We deserve a really good reading. But I'm not going to neglect all my other signs. I'm going to get to them too, so don't fret. I know Cappies want to be very fair about that. Fair about life, right, Cappy? Okay, so these two jumped out. Actually, I'm going to do it again because it was like 3 or 4 attached. I'm just going to pull one of these, please. These are so beautiful. I wanted to show you guys this. They're like a bunch of butterflies. So this is the Whispers of Nature deck by Angela Hartfield and Josephine Wall. If you guys are interested, I'll show you the artwork afterward. Just one, please. Give me one card, please, for Capricorn. These don't really want to talk to you guys. I might pull from another deck, Cappy. Okay, so this one, or should I just pull one? I hate to do that because, anyway, we're just going to pull one for you guys, okay? Sometimes they get stuck because this is a really, it's a really thick cardboard. And so they don't want to shuffle out like the other ones do. So I'll just pull it for you guys and see. It was perfect. Love matters. Isn't that beautiful? Wow, that reminds me of the star card because of the woman and the stars in the behind. And, the star energy is very peaceful. And I think I'm going to pull from the book and read what it says. Because this is a new deck to me. And I really don't usually read from the book. But I'm going to read from the book for you guys. So this is the 43. Is that right? Okay, guys, hold on real quick. Let me see which one it is. Okay, if I can ever find it. Okay, so here it is. Love matters. It says, the way you handle things is important. There will always be many challenges in life's lessons. And that is part of this experience. Choose to learn from your encounters. Get your heart ready to receive and allow for various emotions you may be feeling. Consider what makes you happy. It is time for you to follow yourself, not to follow you. It is time for you to allow yourself a day of enjoyment. Love who you are and be willing to give and receive love unconditionally. I'm going to go ahead and read it again. And you guys look at it, at the picture, and see what it sparks in you. If it gives you a message or anything like that, okay? Again, love matters. The way you handle things is important. There will always be many challenges and life lessons, and that is part of this experience. Choose to learn from your encounters. Get your heart ready to receive and allow for the various emotions you may be feeling. Consider what makes you happy. It is a time for you to allow yourself a day of enjoyment. Love who you are and be willing to give and receive love unconditionally. Oh, that's really beautiful. I really don't read from books of the cards, but I'm going to keep that book out because I really liked reading the description of the card. If you ever take the time to like look at these, I'm going to put it here for a little bit longer and you guys can pause it. Just look at the beauty of all of the artwork and see if it sparks anything in you, and see if you can get your own message out of this. You know, we have our own intuition and it can mean something completely different to you than it does to me. But it's so beautiful. I wanted to leave it here for you guys to look at and see what it means and what message it gives you. That's beautiful. Okay, let's see what else. I'm gonna pull. Oh, I'm gonna do these. These are fun. So I'm gonna give you 3 cards, and you guys ask a question. Whatever your question is, just ask right now as I'm shuffling what your question is, whether it's about you or whether it's about another person. And then you're gonna pick card number 1, number 2, or number 3, or a combination, and that will be your answer to whatever the question is. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 3. Okay, you guys didn't see it, right? Let me move these out of the way. So these cards are, like I said, they're an answer. And so if you have a question, now is the time to ask it. And once you ask this question, I'll pull card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3. And that will ultimately be your answer, okay? Let's put those back there. So this is card number 1. Card number 2. And card number 3. Okay, so card number 1, need not to worry. So whatever your question is, you need not worry. Okay, and it has, oh my God, it has a little hedgehog in the middle of it. That is so freaking cute. Okay, card number 2, whatever your question was, your answer is not the right time. So maybe there's still some stuff that needs to be worked out in whatever the situation is. It's not the right time just yet, but don't fret. Just keep working on yourself. Keep working on what you need to work on, and then it'll be the right time. It's not saying no. It's just saying it's not the right time yet. So there's still some work, shadow work that needs to happen. And I say that because I see the black behind all this. You know, they're like mushrooms and a moon, and then there's a big blob in the back. So there's still some shadow work that needs to happen. That means, you know, working through any kind of past traumas, just issues that we could have from either past relationships or, you know, whatever it is. But not the right time for whoever asks from pile number 2 or card number 2. Now card number 3, ask your question, and this is your answer. Let go. Let go. So you're either having to let go of a situation, a person, or a circumstance or whatever, or a past grudge or something like that, but it's asking you to let go. So whatever the question was, I hope that that was a little bit of a clear answer for you. I'm going to go ahead and add to this. Believe it or not, I'm going to keep pulling cards. I'm going to keep pulling. So I'm going to do the angel message for you guys and see, because these are really beautiful cards. They give you such a beautiful message from your archangels, or, you know, if you believe in archangels. If you don't, just take it as just a general message, okay? So for Capricorn, what is the angel message? And I think I'll stick with the pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So if you, whoa, that one went all the way over there. So let me go grab that, because obviously somebody needs to hear. Okay, so card number 2, and then card number 3. Okay, Cappy. So card number 1, your message is, sorry about that, angel therapy. Okay, so if you picked card number 1, your message is from Archangel Raphael. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. That's really beautiful. You know, Archangel Raphael also is known as like the doctor, the archangel doctor. And so if you're dealing with some health issues or any kind of health related situations, put your faith that Archangel Raphael will give you the energy that you need to heal, that he will bring you that, you know, the peace and the healing and all of that you need in order to be okay. If you're feeling extremely anxious, this is such a good prayer. Actually, you can look up anywhere on the internet, Archangel Raphael prayer or Archangel Raphael meditation, anything like that. And what I do, I like to do reiki for the energy of Archangel Raphael. And I ask him to help heal me, to clear my mind, to reduce the anxiety that I'm feeling, so that I may not, so that I can, you know, deal with everyday stresses, you know. So I imagine myself engulfed in a green light, in his healing energy, which is green. And I just ask him to help me heal. Okay, so for that group of Capricorns, Archangel Raphael is asking you to leave your burdens with him and to help him, to allow the angels to help you heal and to help you, you know, get rid of your worries. Okay, so pile number 2 is chakra clearing. And this is one of my favorite cards to get. It's the message from Archangel Metatron. And Archangel Metatron says, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Now, if you go on YouTube, you're already on YouTube, but if you go and search Archangel Metatron meditation, just sit there, and believe me, it's a very powerful energy to deal with. And I never used to see shapes or anything like that when I was meditating, but ever since I started meditating with Metatron, I do feel like I can see it more. I feel the connections between things more than before, if that makes any sense. And if you guys start to do it more often, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like you start to be able to connect your place in life with everyone else's, and you're able to connect how you can affect other people, how they can affect you, and how you can also protect yourself from all of them affecting you, because that's part of the sequence, you know, being able to see what part you play in it and taking yourself out of it while you're still I don't know, it's a lot. It's a lot, but if you start doing it, you're gonna get it and you'll be like, oh yes, she wasn't crazy. So chakra clearing is amazing. You can do it simply by going outside and getting some sun. You can also do it with, like I said, meditation, or you can do salt baths, and you can do Reiki, which I appreciate very much because I am a Reiki master and I do a lot of chakra clearing. I'm also a pranic healer. And so a lot of the chakra clearing is to get rid of negative energy that may not be yours. So now that you're in a space where you're kind of, if you are quarantined with family, you're probably in this energy of picking up other people's energy, and you could be overloaded. So it's a good time for you right now to give yourself some really good deep cleansing of your chakras, taking a salt bath, putting a little bit of lavender oil in there, laying in the water, being in the water for like 20 minutes and just resetting your energy is a really, really good thing to do for yourself. Okay. So, I'm sorry I spent a lot of time on that, but it's really, really important. I think not only for the pile that picked card number 2, the group that picked card number 2, it's important for all of us to do this. Okay. It's important for all of us to clear our energy, especially right now, because we're so overwhelmed with uncertainty. Okay. So card number 3, I love this card too. Indigo children. So indigo and crystal children. Again, another Archangel Metatron. You have a bond with children, it says. And it says, in particular, you can help children who are sensitive. So if you're dealing with somebody that's a child that you know is psychic and has empathic abilities, start helping them, so that maybe, you know, because Capricorns are very highly sensitive, we tend to attract children in our lives that are highly sensitive, because you're meant to be their teacher. You're meant to be able to help them, guide them, so that their experience is not as harsh as ours was. Because, you know, when we're younger, we probably went through a lot of like spiritual turmoil and, you know, not knowing what this was. Like, I literally asked my mom to take me to a psychiatrist when I was 13 years old, because I would hear voices and I thought I was crazy. And then I went through a whole bunch of things, spiritual awakening and spiritual, you know, all these ascensions. And I realized that I was connecting with my spirit guides. But when I was a kid, I didn't know that. I mean, I started seeing them when I was 3 years old, and I remember it vividly. Like when I was a child, I remember seeing angels, seeing lights, seeing all these different shapes, seeing, you know, even bad things, which, I mean, I lived at a church praying because I was so overwhelmed by the things I used to see. But I wasn't crazy, you know, I mean, I'm a little crazy, but, it wasn't in the way that I thought. It was definitely spirit. It was definitely, you know, spirit guides, and sometimes spirits that I didn't want attached to myself. I mean, I literally lived in a place where they took all of the headstones off and built houses on top of there. So we were in such a very heavily haunted city in South San Francisco. And, you know, for me, it was scary as hell, because I would see things, you know, in every house we lived in South City. I freaking saw ghosts, you know, and spirits and all these different things, and things that you couldn't explain, you know, I mean, unless you went through it. And you don't have to believe it or not. I lived it, so I know what we went through. And it was not just me. It affected a lot of different people in my family that are very empathic. And so this is a good thing for you to know that, yes, you have these abilities. And if you have children around you, you can help them. You can help them become the healers that you are today, but without all of the trauma and stress, because that makes their energy that much more powerful. And it's not about us being, you know, having the ego like, oh, I'm not going to make them better than me. Yeah, you should, because they're the ones that are going to heal you when you need healing, you know. And so I would rather have someone that's a completely better, stronger energy than myself, because I know that without all the trauma, there's no pauses in the way that they give you the energy and the way that they give you their healing. So taking the ego out of it and investing in the people and the children around you in your life that exhibit and that have this ability. An ability to heal. You know, it could be Reiki, it could be, you know, a massage therapist, it could be anything, a crystal worker, a you know, psychic, a tarot reader, anything like that. You can help them by letting them, you know, share your experiences with them, so that they see that it's not as crazy and as traumatic as it was for me. Like, I didn't have anybody to talk to, and I went through therapists, and therapists were like, you're fine, or here's some pills. And I was like, no, because I knew it wasn't so much in my mental as much as it was in the spiritual. So once I got really in touch with my spiritual, I was able to really work on, you know, this. And so this is a good chance for you to offer that healing and that guidance and that, you know, teaching to kids around you. And so, yeah, just embrace it. Love yourself for it. Know that you are a gift, because through your experiences, you can help others have a better experience. And like I said, in turn, you're going to build your karmic bank is going to grow in such a great positive way. So anyway, my 2 cents. I just wanted to give you guys that little bit of advice on that. And then other than that, let's see, should we pull some romance angels? I'm going to go ahead and pull some romance angels for you guys, since we're already making it almost an hour-long video. Might as well. So let's see, for Capricorn, please give me some messages. Now, all my decks were shuffled before, okay? So they were shuffled, but I like to do it on camera just so you guys know that it's all that's good, that I'm shuffling. Okay. These are such beautiful messages that I'm seeing. Okay, so you have heart-to-heart conversations worth waiting for. Love yourself first. Keep an open mind. One more. Oh, I already flipped. Retreat. Is that it? Okay. So, heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Then you have worth waiting for, which is, divine timing is at work in your life. It may not be coming to you as fast as you want it, but it's coming to you. And after that, you're going to have honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Remember I said there was a gift coming. You could be definitely getting married. Sorry to spoil it for you if it's something that you knew kind of like it was on its way, but you weren't sure. It's on its way. But you have to always remember to love yourself first, okay? Keep an open mind. Though love yourself first, it says, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Keep an open mind says, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. And retreat, right under honeymoon, it says, it's time to disconnect from the world. So this could be you after you guys have a chance to reconnect. You decide that you want to take a trip together. Remember I said there was a trip that might be on the horizon. So you could be taking a vacation, a trip somewhere to rekindle or to celebrate your connection. Okay? So that is it, Capricorn. Those are all your cards. I know, I should stop. I'm going to pull one more. This is the messages from the universe. And you got two. I said I was going to stop, but I'm going to keep pulling them. Look at this. The universe has your back. Actually, that's the name of this deck. It's the universe has your back. And here, the next message that you got is, there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. So what better way to end this reading than to know that the universe has your back and it just be you. There is nothing more beautiful than your authentic truth. So I hope that that was really good for you guys, Capricorn. I know it was a little bit all over the place. I said it was going to be, you know, a little bit more freestyle. So I hope that that was something that you guys enjoyed. Let me know if it's something that you guys want me to continue to do. I will definitely try to do different types of spreads and different types of readings for you guys, because I feel like I don't want it to get stagnant and I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over. So I hope that that was helpful. I hope that the messages are good messages for you guys. My neighbors are assholes. Sorry that you hear all this banging, but every time they hear someone here, they want to make so much noise. But anyway, sorry about that, guys. I hope that you have a wonderful day, rest of your day, and a wonderful rest of your